Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to another YouTube video. King Draco here, back with another one. So I wanted to answer the question, is the red pill space toxic? Is it a toxic space?
Don't understand women. That's what they came up with, but it's basically a community of men giving other men dating advice. However, I feel that the dating advice given by the red pill community is in a very toxic and misogynistic way, and it does not.
You hear this shit?
He flew me to him.
And your friend.
And my friend.
And
so
fucked your friend. Why the hell are you sitting here doing this?
And you didn't fuck me.
Why are you doing this?
Because
This is insane.
niggas was trying to...
You're running back size.
Okay.
You can hit the A gap like a motherfucker.
Yeah. All right. I accept.
So don't
that.
come in here talk about what men should not be able to do when they got to accept somebody who can run out the power I.
Short, the red pill space is a space within the manosphere. Yeah, red pills pretty much knowing about female nature and all that. So, far as the red pill space being toxic, my personal opinion, I believe that it's not toxic, but the people that claim to be red pill, or most of the content creators that push the agenda or the red pill space in there can be toxic at times.
Question, you sound like... Hold on. Relax, Trevor. Your man ain't here. And he couldn't afford to get in this building, okay? Let me tell you this. I'm asking you, who said disrespectful?
It's mad disrespectful, boy. You've been disrespectful.
Stop. Stop. Yo, my nigga done fuck you, nigga, like in the Airbnb. Get the fuck on out.
Actually, you should know enough to know he's fucking
Telling guys to go sleep around with a whole bunch of women, telling dudes to cheat, telling dudes not to be truthful, telling dudes that you shouldn't get married, this and that. I can believe it could be a detriment for men in the future as well. Now, there's this common saying that we say today that don't get married because quote unquote women today aren't worth marrying, or this and that.
Today is that I don't think many men actually benefit from marriages or relationships anymore, and
And the problem with that is, it's like most of everybody, one day you're gonna have children, one day you're gonna want a family, so on and so forth. And the issue with pushing no marriage in that, you're setting up your kids in a bad position. You're setting up, your family in a bad position. We all know that 80% of children that grow up with, without the father in the home, it's lackluster. Life is lackluster for them. Understand what I'm saying? They don't have as much opportunities. They don't have as much, wherewithal within life, right? Children that end up getting killed out in the streets, children that end up drug dealing, children that end up in these bad situations. They're growing up in single parent homes. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. And when we preach this, go around, go party, sleep around with how many other women you can. Go get money so that way you can sleep around with all the women that you can. I believe that's a problem, and that is toxic in the red pill space. Now, there is a healthy side of the red pill space. There is a healthy side of knowing, how women are today, or how relationships work today in the modern era. There is benefits of knowing how to get your money right, or how to, run businesses and stuff like that. There is benefits of knowing how to react when your woman or women you're dealing with reacts in a certain way. There is a benefit of knowing what type of women are out there. There's benefits to all that, and I believe a lot of men should have their father or have somebody over them, uncles or stuff like that, teaching them the game, showing them the way, showing them that, hey man, look, you don't want to deal with no bride like that. You don't want to be picking up the chick at the club. You don't want to be picking up the chick at the strip club. You don't want to be locking down a prostitute. You don't want to be doing stuff like that. There's benefits in knowing these things. So when we have guys that preach that, oh, this space is just toxic, or women just saying, oh, this space is just toxic, this space is just problem. No, it's not. It's a definitely benefit, because let's address the women's side of things first. Some of you women have brothers. Some of you women have sons. Some of you women have single fathers now, right? You don't want them being mistreated or bad-mouthed or disrespected, money stole from them, money took from them. You don't want them to go through that if you truly love them, if you truly care about them, right? You don't want them going through that type of stuff. So where they're going to get the information to counteract any bad behavior or any bad signs from women would be from this space. This was the most influential and, the most information I got from, the dynamic relationship. I got the most information from this space right here. Did I go through toxic phases? Did I go through toxic stuff? Did I go through toxic traits? Yes, but me, myself, and there are other men out there that do not prescribe that men should go out sleeping with a whole bunch of women, go out partying, going out doing this, going out showboating, and trying to show up, trying to win up. There are guys out there that saying avoid the red pill rage. Take your L. You understand what I'm saying? And learn from it. Learn from it and move on. Don't counterreact with the same behavior that the harlots are doing out there as well, because it's not going to help you in the end run, and if anything, it's going to cause you more problems. There are guys that are out there preaching these things, so this space can be healthy. I won't get too religious, because there may be people that aren't religious out there, but I won't be afraid to claim my religion. I do believe in the Lord. I do believe in Christ. I do believe he died on the cross and bled on the cross to wash away my sins. I do believe that, and I do believe that he can change your life as well. Anybody that's listening to this video, I do believe that. And in the Bible, it teaches us the principles of marriage and how that's a benefit from following those principles. There's a lot of principles in the book of the Bible that a lot of people should follow, and even non-believers and guys that don't even truly fully believe in the Bible, or guys that only believe in the Old Testament. I give you one pure example. I was talking to this about to my friend the other day, and we were talking about this, and I was telling him, like, Jews, they don't even believe in Jesus Christ. The Jews of today, the so-called Jews we call today, right? They don't even believe in, Jesus Christ. That, they don't believe that he was the Savior that came down and bled for us. They were against him. They believe he was a figure, right? They believe he was here, but they don't truly believe in him, that he is the gateway to entering the kingdom of God, right? They don't believe that. But they follow the principles that's in this book. They follow it. This is why these, this small group of people, because this is not a big population on the earth. This is a very small population. This small population following the principles of this book, right? These guys are the most dominant on the planet. Talking about your J.P. Morgans, the Rockefellers, who are the people that own the banks. Their marriages last longer than everybody else's. You understand what I'm saying? They have more structure than everybody else. Their kids are set up in proper position than everybody else. And on the outside looking in, most Americans, we look at them crazy. We look at some of them traditions as funny, but it's working, right? And if you study and investigate how they run their family and how they run things within life, it's with order. And not only will you find that it's only with a certain order, but a certain order that's coming from the Bible. They run through the principles of this. They call it the Torah, the Old Testament, which, provided the rules and regulations and the commandments and laws that the Hebrew Israelites at that time should follow. They still follow those things. And, I believe that's something we can learn from. And not to go, I know there was a little rant about the Bible, but the point of me saying that was, rules and regulations and principalities, following those things, teaching that, putting that out there for men to learn. I believe this space, there are men out there that do teach that and put that out there for men to grasp and take in. Young men like myself at the time when I first came across the red pill space, had I found somebody with these, sound teachings, right, at first, right, I believe I'll definitely be in a better position that I am today. You know what I'm saying? There's just so many benefits of the red pill space. I know there's guys out there, I know there's women out there that's saying it's toxic. I really encourage you to do your investigation and get involved. You understand what I'm saying? Women and men both can learn from this space. They really can. And they can benefit from this space, taking the meat from the bones from certain people, or learning the actual principles that, it pretty much teaches, that the red pill pretty much teaches. I believe that, that can definitely be a benefit. But I believe there's plenty of benefits from the space. There's plenty of benefits that I've definitely gained from being in the space, learning from the different people that I learned from. People teaching working out, people teaching how to get your money right, teaching relationship dynamics, how you should act as a man, how you should move as a man, how you should lead the family, learning about our history and how things were before. I believe it's a great space to involve yourself in and learn a lot of things from, once again, just to say that. And yeah, so I wouldn't just take the grain of salt of how people trying to paint the space, because the space is very small right now and not everybody know about it. And the people on the outside looking in has this negative connotation about the red pill space. So in me saying that, just, definitely just do your research on what it is. But I believe the red pill space has a great potential to positively affect the people of America or westernized colonies, people who's been pretty much indoctrinated by the Western ways, and how it's been a detriment in some ways, in some aspects for us, and how we can move around that and get around it. Definitely believe this can be a benefit. So give it a look. And that's gonna be this video. Much love and peace.